Alright, so I'm level 2 millwright. I finished over a year at work at a recycling mill. So millwright slash industrial mechanic. Maybe a year and a month and a half I've worked there now, so officially level 2. What else? Every week I go to a men's group on Thursday. I've been going there for a bit over a year now. Yeah, so funny thing is when I joined that men's group, I actually didn't have this job. I was just finishing up the millwright school program, Foundations, and I was really worried that I wouldn't be able to get a job. Back then I didn't have a car. I had a back injury that I was dealing with. I still have that injury, but it's healed sufficiently for me to be able to work now. So I was really worried back then, and I was still living in a toxic situation at home. I didn't know how I was going to get out, and I was ready to take any job. I actually did a flagger course, and it was the funniest thing in the world because I was finishing up the Foundations program, and everybody was, what the fuck? Jesus Christ, stop. Okay, everybody was trying to get a job, and I was thinking, there's no way I can get this job as a millwright because I have no experience working with my hands apart from moving boxes at Amazon. So I did a 2-day flagger course, and I remember telling my instructor that I'm gonna be a flagger after the program. And he was like, "Dude, are you out of your mind, man? You're gonna get yourself killed, whatever." Anyways, I got this job. Anyways, I go to a men's group on Thursdays. I've been going to a second men's group on Mondays. Recently, I've started that one. Thursdays one really helps me out because it's an older crowd, and the guy who leads it is kind of I'll say it, like, he's kind of a father figure to me. Like, he's just the shit he's been through in life and what he's done with himself, and like how much wisdom he has, and he keeps selling this message of just be happy, like do things for yourself that make you happy, right? Because yeah, and so it's been a process, but over time I've been able to do things more and more that make me happy, whereas before I felt the guilt that as if I wasn't allowed to be happy, right? So I'm super grateful for that. Yeah, recently I've just been, it's crazy, like I'm 31 years old, 31 and a half, and I've just been naturally optimizing my life more and more, and it becomes easier and easier and more desirable to do so, to optimize my life in like every freaking way. It's crazy. So like, and one thing I will say that is that a lot of these optimizations, a lot of these big breakthroughs in my life come when I have like near misses. Like, I love near misses because it's like I only get singed, I don't get hurt that much, but in that process I just completely turn my life around. Like, if let's say I had this diabetes scare a while back, right, an HIV scare, or getting into a car accident or stuff like this, every time I get into shit like this, it just wakes something up inside me, right? And there are other near misses too, but for a future video or whatever. But so for example, when I had that diabetes scare, I quit all sugar, and for a while it was hard and I was going off and on, but now I'm at a point where just naturally, for the longest time, I really have not been having sugar. Like, I've been having sugar maybe once a week and I know who it is. Like, when I hang out with this particular person on off hours, like at night or something, then I end up drinking a bit of sugar or something. But largely, almost never have sugar these days. And in not having sugar, I've been enjoying fruit so much. So I went and bought some oranges, and I've just been gorging on oranges, like 4 or 5 oranges today. It's pure bliss, like heaven. Like, how good fruit is incredible. And these days, I hate eating sugar because I know that it takes away, it detracts from the taste of sugar. And detracts from the taste of fruit. And I love fruit too much now, and I don't want to spoil that. So I don't have the sugar because I want to be able to enjoy fruit. Like, that's such a delight in my life now, and I never used to eat fruit. And it's to the point that it's like, even if I had nothing else in life, I would live just to be able to eat another piece of fruit. Like, it's so good. and like, when you haven't been having sugar, fruit just is heaven, man. It's pure heaven. It's amazing. I feel like having some fruit right now, but anyways. So like, some of the optimizations in my life I've been going through, like I've put into place. Every day before work, I've been studying data analysis on my own for 45 minutes using lynda.com, the online learning. Oh shit, there's traffic now. Okay. So yeah, I've been doing this for a while, and I haven't been hitting it every day because I miss certain days when I don't hold my boundaries about sleeping early, because I have to be in bed by 10 o'clock so that I can wake up early enough to do that. Oh, this is traffic is terrible. Took the wrong road. Yeah, so I find that for me to be able to get these things right in the next morning, I have to be in bed by 10 p.m. And largely, like 5 days a week, I've been holding to that. But I've still been slipping, and that's because this habit is new to me, so I'm still working out the kinks. But it's amazing that I've been able to like pull this off, to be able to do this quite regularly. And I know it's just going to get better and better because I actually really enjoy it. I love getting in that bit of self-skilling, that self-learning in the morning before work. Because I feel like once that's out of the way, then I'm free to engage in other types of learning that are quite relevant and important to me at this point in my life, like learning cooking. I just want to try everything, man. So I've been doing that. Also, getting a tough mental task out of the way, something unpleasant out of the way in the morning, gives me insane mental alacrity for the rest of the day. Like, I'm just good to go to do any tasks, take care of bureaucratic tasks like running errands, handling logistics for trips or whatever, making bookings, that sort of filling out applications, that sort of stuff. I'm on it. I'm on point now. What else? I've been going to the gym every day after work, 5 days a week pretty much. And I take it a little bit easy because I have my rotator cuff isn't able to hold down my shoulders on both sides. So I can see, like at work, if I push it too hard, then like if I'm lifting things up using my back or whatever, my rotator cuff or whatever's in my back holding my shoulders down from subluxating, my shoulders start popping out a bit, right? And then luckily with some sleep they're doing all right again. But I found going to the gym and pushing it a little bit actually has been helping my back recover. Like I've gained a significant amount of strength back in my shoulders and chest, because I feel like the more I push it slowly, very slowly over time, then my rotator cuff kind of feels the need to grow stronger to hold down my shoulder despite the weightlifting, right? So I've been doing it in a measured way. So that's there, and that's making me feel awesome. Another thing I realized is, and I've been doing now for maybe a couple of weeks, and to the point that my maintenance supervisor actually said, Omar, this is a new Omar I'm seeing now. I have so much energy at work now. I'm not falling asleep at work, and this gives me the physical integrity to do my job a lot better, right? And that is that I don't eat a few hours before bedtime. Before I used to just eat at night, and then I would be just falling asleep next day at work, at school, whatever it was. Now I've got crazy energy, and if I ever screw that up, like once in a blue moon, these days I'm screwing that up, then I know that I can just fast in the morning. Like I'm not having breakfast. I eat at my first break, which is at 9 a.m. And that gives my body a chance to kind of process all the food, get it out of my system. And it's letting the food work for me rather than slowing me down, rather than slogging me down. Yeah. What else is there? I've been doing cardio, so like hiking. I've been keeping up with hiking once a week, and I really push myself during that day. So my favorite has been Burnaby Mountain, and I've gotten to the point where I know that mountain like inside out. I know like the back of my hand. So I don't even follow any particular way, like route or whatever. Whatever the trail is, and it looks interesting to me, I feel curious about it, I just go there. And there's like a section in that hike where you've got like I think 500 steps in a row. So I just have a go at it, man. I didn't do it twice over. And so like last Sunday, I did it for 4 hours straight. I was there for 4 hours doing that. Really hard, really hard. But I find when I can push myself hiking like that once a week, it gives me insane energy throughout the week, and my work capacity is insane. So like even at the gym, I can pull off long ass sets of lunges or whatever, any kind of leg work, anything, pull-ups, because the work capacity is there for the hiking. I've pushed myself. Anything else? So like I mentioned, no sugar, eating real food, eating a lot of fruit lately. I've been going to the gym nearly every day. I've been hiking once a week to push myself, give myself work capacity. Also, it clears out all your mental shit, right? Like when you're walking like that, just solves everything in your mind. It makes you so clear and aligned inside. It's so good for mental health. I've actually got a friend who makes multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and this guy has not missed walking a single day since like last year, or I think 2 years ago. He showed me on his app. At a minimum of 1 hour a day he walks, and he says he used to hike every day, even like every day after work, because it's an office job, sitting down all day. So then he would go hike in the evenings every single day, and he said he had a stretch like a year where he was solving like the most insane problems at work that nobody else could solve, and he kept getting promoted. Like that's what hiking does for you. It's incredible for your mental health. Let's see, is there anything else? So another thing is this car, man. This car, I've been falling in love with this thing. Like yes, the only way I can describe the purchase of this car was that I got raped. Literally, I went to the dealership and I got raped. The way they took advantage of me, just sold me a lemon, charged me way too much, fucked up like my finances completely, whatever. But having said all that, this car, even though it's not perfect, it's perfect for me. Like it's just amazing. Like I was in my friend's car. He was driving a Mazda, man. His was only like a 2.5 liter, and all these features built in. Like his wife can track how fast he's going and shit. Like if he's going over the speed limit and all this insane shit. And then I compare it to my car. My car, man, it's a 4-cylinder RAV4. It's a 2019 RAV4. But man, this thing has a punch. The handling is amazing. The braking, like just everything. It's so fun to drive, and it's so forgiving. Like it's so good on gas. I know it's reliable. I know I can put in the mileage. Like I've been clocking some insane kilometers on this thing. Like I drive a ton, man. I drive because I love driving. I love night drives, and it's such an easy way to get throttle in my life. Like anytime I feel like I want some forward momentum in my life, I just go for a drive. Get some speed, play the music I want to play, blast it, and it's such an easy way to feel up in my life, to feel good, that feel empty, like I'm going somewhere. That momentum. So I've been driving a ton, giving people rides, whatever. But the car is so forgiving. Like it's such an amazing car. It's too dark now for this video, and I've already reached home. Give myself a good light here. So yeah. Peace.